Hi folks, today I have for us a video, it's a bit odd, from a channel called Chip Smith. Mr. Smith goes to the clerk's office and tries to get clarification on a summons, but mistakenly argues the difference between a civil and a criminal summons for a criminal traffic violation. But before we start today's video, as always, a big thank you to all of my current and new channel members and subscribers. Without all of your support, I couldn't keep this channel going, so I thank you all personally from the bottom of my heart. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to the page. Leave a like and a comment because it helps me with the algorithm. Don't forget to check out my second channel, NCR Movie Network, and the podcast, the Craptown Florida Man Power Rankings. Episode 29 is out right now. With all that being said, let's enjoy today's video.
Hi. Um, I posed a question to appeals and she sent me to you and said you would be able to answer.
Okay.
It was in regard to a summons for a criminal traffic case.
Okay.
Is that civil or criminal summons?
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
If it's a criminal case, then it would be a summons on a criminal case.
Okay, that would be under Wisconsin Statute 968.16, correct?
I'm not sure.
Well, I have to be sure if
And I'm fairly certain you don't know what you're talking about there, sir, because Wisconsin State Statute 968.16 is about search warrants on persons and premises. It has nothing to do with a summons.
I've been issued a summons and it's issued under the civil summons statute, which is Wisconsin Statute 801. Wisconsin Statute 801.01.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Sorry about this. And so I need to get some clarity on this so I would know how to proceed. This and they describe the summons on the civil summons and the summons for a criminal summons.
Mm-hmm.
This meets the definition of a civil summons that's signed by an attorney of the private party.
Okay.
Now, there's an easy way to solve all of this. Read the summons. If it tells you why you're being summoned to court, it would tell you for what type of matter. If this would be a civil matter or a criminal matter. You said this was for a traffic violation. So this would be a criminal summons. But you keep bringing up these different Wisconsin statutes. You brought up Wisconsin Statute 801. Well, 801 covers how summonses are to be served, the types of processes of court. I think you've watched one too many of these constitutional law scholars out there, and you got a bit confused. I would highly recommend you get a lawyer to help solve this problem.
This was issued by the district attorney's office. If you have
Yes.
questions about the summons, you have to ask the district attorney because it was
I'm asking the office that files the summonses.
We just filed the documents. It was filed by the district attorney, and
So
it's their
you don't.
document.
So you can't answer the question. Appeal said that you would be able to answer this question.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not sure.
Could you find out, do some research, because if it's filed in this court, you understand what I'm saying? It's filed in the circuit court as a civil summons under Wisconsin statute, but it's being heard in a criminal, case and venue.
Mm-hmm.
There's something not seem off with that?
I'm not sure, sir.
That's kind of telling there.
And it's telling that you won't accept the answers that are given to you. I mean, looking at the stuff that you've brought up, you said that you got a summons for a criminal traffic violation or traffic court summons. So you know to go to traffic court because it would be a criminal issue. They're telling you that they were only filing the summonses into the court records. They don't issue them. And you've given us information on the state statutes you've brought up, like 801, which goes over the types of venues, and it also brings up the key factor that all summonses must be brought through the circuit court, even if it's a civil or criminal matter.
I mean, you deal with summonses all day long. That's all you guys do is file criminal summonses and complaints all day long. For you not to know if this is if this is a civil summons or not would kind of be
Yeah, if you have questions about the summons, I'm going to send you to the DA's office because it's their documents.
I've called them.
Okay.
They refuse to answer the question,
Okay.
man.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm a member of the public. I'm entitled to disclosure, right? And the process that's being used in this court, and the law states that the clerk's office is supposed to answer procedural questions. And you're telling me you can't answer these questions.
No, sir. This was filed by the district attorney's office.
I'm
This is
recording
their-
this as well, man.
I don't appreciate that. So
That's another law. First Amendment right.
So, sir, I'm going to ask you to stop recording.
No, I'm not going to do
I'm
that.
not going to participate then.
Okay, then what's your name?
My name is Eileen.
And you are the.
I am the deputy division administrator.
Okay. I don't want to put a suit on you, man.
Shenanigans.
Na 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 na
Shenanigans.
na 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 na.
And we're calling shenanigans, folks, because I've looked at Mr. Smith's videos, and the ones of him that he's posted in the last few weeks show him making threats of filing lawsuits against not only the police, but the post office and a secretary. Now, he's making claims that he may have to put a lawsuit on this court clerk. Well, I've looked at these videos, and all of them are either really choppily edited, so you can't get the full story, or they are so pasted together that they make no sense. Not to mention the information he puts with the videos makes no sense to what he's talking about. I believe personally that this guy has fallen down the path of the frauditor, but has picked up maybe some of the law scholar traits of trying to file lawsuits on people who he believes slighted him and violated his civil rights, even though they haven't.
Okay.
Please. I don't want
So
to
if
do
you have
that.
questions about the summons, you may direct it to the district attorney's office because they filed the summons. It's their document.
You filed the summons.
We accepted the filing.
That's right.
Yes.
And you either file it under civil or criminal.
It would be criminal in this office.
Then it would have to be a criminal summons.
I'm not sure, sir.
It would
was
have
filed by the
to,
district
because the
attorney's
summons is issued judicially. It's a judicial act. The district attorney is an executive officer. He doesn't even have authority or jurisdiction to issue a criminal summons.
Wrong!
It must be signed or sealed by a clerk.
I'm not sure, sir. I didn't
I'm just telling you, it's in the
Sure,
law,
sir.
and that's
Okay.
amazing that you
Okay.
wouldn't know that information.
I didn't go
man.
to law school,
You
sir.
you could pick it up. You can look it up in the
Okay.
computer right now to
Okay.
inform yourself.
Okay, is there anything else I can
Because
help you with
this has
today,
caused
sir?
me harm. It's a violation of due process and my rights. I'm putting you on notice
Okay.
that this is illegal. It is considered fraud, obstruction of justice, and other crimes. U.S. 18 U.S.C. 1001. And also 18 U.S.C. 1341 would be swindles and mail fraud. Also racketeering.
Everything that guy just said is bullshit. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gambini. I'll take it from here. You see, this is why I said this guy's fallen down the path of one of the constitutional law scholaring gurus. More likely, it's Chile, due to the fact that he's misquoting different case laws. He's misquoting different state statutes. He's bringing up U.S. 18 1001, which doesn't apply here because nobody's made a false statement. He was just issued a summons to go to traffic court for a criminal matter. And to say that this would fall under racketeering or swindling or mail fraud does not hold any weight. And the arguments he's making that the district attorney can't issue out a summons is wrong. They can issue out subpoenas and summonses to appear in court. They can be signed off by a judge. This is the problem with people who get their law information from YouTube. They see people like Chili who think that they know what he's talking about. But if you look into it and do the actual research yourself, you find out that he doesn't.
I don't want to put you on a case, ma'am. You seem like a very nice lady. But if this is incorrect and inaccurate, it needs to be corrected. I just entered a motion to dismiss based on this information,
Okay.
and you should take a look at that.
Okay,
All right?
okay.
Do you need the case information at all?
If it's been filed, then we'll accept the filing.
Yeah, it's been
Okay,
filed.
thank you. And then if you have questions about the summons,
I've already
Okay.
contacted, like I said, they're a dereliction of their duty
Okay.
as well. Hanging up on me, not answering the question. What more can I do? Right? But file lawsuits on you guys. It shouldn't have to go that way. These are simple questions, fundamental to the law and your duties. Are you under oath? Did you take an oath? So, I mean, this is ethical. Man, I'm just at a loss for words right now. This case has been dragging on for 8 years now with me trying to get some resolution and nothing. Case has been how is it judicially transferred? How do you use that language in an administrative hearing? It's been judicially transferred 7 times.
due to rotation.
Whatever it is, but they called it a judicial transfer. This is an administrative court, especially if it's civil in nature. But then that's on the common law side. So which is it? Is it we're dealing with statutory law, we're dealing with common law, we're dealing with equity or law? But this means that you have combined a civil case with a criminal complaint. Here's the criminal complaint. There's a civil summons with a criminal complaint, same file date, same file number. This is illegal, man. We need to correct this.
Okay, well, we've received your filing, sir.
Okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's where the video ends. There are no updates to what's going on with this guy's case, but the only thing I can say for certain is this is a clear-cut example of what happens when you decide to follow the path of frauditing or these gurus you see on YouTube. It doesn't end well. You end up making a fool of yourself, you end up wasting people's time and resources, and you turn something that can be simply fixed with maybe a court date or talking to a lawyer about a simple ticket into, well, something that's just drawn out and is taking you years to deal with. So if you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up and a comment because it helps me with the algorithm. Don't forget to check out my second channel and the podcast. With all that being said, be well, be safe, and I will see you. And a special thank you to all members of the news team. Without all of your support, I could keep the channel going. So I want to thank you all personally from the bottom of my heart. You guys mean the world to me, and I can never thank you enough.